Okay, so here we go. I think this is a while back. I don't think this is anything new, but this is the Undertaker basically sharing his love for Batista and Mick Foley. I don't know if this is actually true though. Like I feel like I've seen this before, but let's watch it. I'm really curious.
Perfectly clear. I don't have any angst towards Dave Batista. I mean, yeah, he's still in my I haven't seen him, but he's still a good friend of mine. And somebody that if I saw him I would give him a big hug. Mick Foley too. I mean, I don't care what your politics are. You're wrong. Everybody knows it. Yeah. But I still love you. And I'm going to say hello and I'm going to give you a hug whether you want it or not when I see you. So I think people, if they would adopt that a little bit more and not get so much vitriol and so much hate over politics, it's just ridiculous.
It is, and to be like Batista used to come in and train when I was in FCW. We were coming up and he'd bring us Fiji water, so we thought he was because our water didn't even have a label on it. We were drinking out of cups. So he was always one of those. Even when he was the top guy, he would come down and spend time with us. And Mick Foley would do that too because he needed me to drive him to the airport. So when you see them, it's always love for them because I don't care how they vote. I don't care anybody. None of us should. It used to be a quiet thing. Now
Yeah, no, I 100% agree, and I know maybe some of my videos when I talk shit on like Mick Foley and CM Punk, it sounded like maybe I really hated the guy, and but I think overall, like I don't hate them. Like honestly, if I really see them like randomly on the street, but knowing CM Punk, he'll probably get mad at me. He'll probably think I'm stalking him, so something like that. But I probably would say hi. I'd say hi. I'd take a picture. What's up? And I'd be like, thank you for what you done for wrestling. But again, like my views maybe not align and maybe I think you're out of touch, which is, I think it's very true. I think they are very out of touch. But I think Undertaker does come out with a very good point is that at the end of the day, your politics shouldn't get in the way of friendships and family. I've seen that a lot where people just like, I don't know, they disown their family because they don't agree with a certain thing or they leave the family because they don't agree with things. Like I have friends who don't agree with, with my policies, but we're still friends at the end of the day. And again, I think the important is when you talk it out, you actually find out more about each other and you actually find out that you might not be so different after all. I think it's just a lot of the noise, we're having with, right wing and left wing. Like there's always some crazy, uh, you know, disagreements and arguments and stuff like that. And, again, maybe it's something that's just happened in the future where, like, I think it seemed like a lot of people were, it seemed more people are more, I guess you can say more, they're more feeling now about it. I think our generation has been very sensitive about these kind of things, which is used to not be, right? Like, I mean, before, like, we would just vote and then that was our president and we moved on. But I think when you do get older, it does kind of affect your life because your taxes are going some places. Middle class always gets fucked, and like the rich people never get fucked. Poor people never get fucked. It's like it's always the middle class that's always screwed over, right? But I mean, I think at the end of the day, it's like I think we have to treat it as like all we can do is vote. Whatever we can do, maybe whatever you can post or whatever, you can talk about your opinions, which I think it's fine at the end of the day. Like if you want to share your opinions, it's totally fine. Just know that you might get backlash or someone might not disagree with you. I mean, shit, I get that all the time here. Everyone calls me, if you see my Mick Foley video, everyone gives me shit about it, like but because they think I'm, like they get mad at me for what I'm saying and stuff like that. But then, again, I don't like what Mick Foley says. I don't like where he stands because I think he's very out of touch person, just like CM Punk. Now, do I respect him as wrestlers? 100%. I think they did great for the company for sure. But when it comes to politics, definitely you don't want to take advice from them. The reason why I say that because these are just rich people who probably live in gated communities and they never have to worry about this stuff. I think that's the big way to take away from it. Like, and even Undertaker too. He lives in probably in a gated community. He lives in a rich area. He doesn't need to worry about this stuff. So technically, in a way, you shouldn't listen to him either for his opinions because at the end of the day, it's like nothing's gonna affect him either. Like, and let's just say if Kamala won, Undertaker's not gonna be affected by it. It doesn't matter because at the end of the day, like he's rich, he has money, he can afford all the security and stuff. I mean, shit happens, so it doesn't even matter, right? So here we go. Let's look at some of the comments here. Of course, that's me saying I love the Taker more, of course, because I do. I love the Undertaker a lot, which I kind of regret not meeting him, but I think it was because it was on the day I couldn't meet him for Survivor Series. But if I ever do meet him, and Undertaker, if you ever watch this video, thank you for basically endorsing Trump, and thanks for saving our country. So I really appreciate that. He'll never see this video, but I just wanted to say that. So, anyways, no one fucks with Mark Holloway. I'm like, I do. No, Taker, you're wrong. Some people are already upset. We got some people saying hell yes, so I'll give a comment there. Shame they don't give him the same love back. Liberals are miserable people. I knew there was a reason why he was always my favorite wrestler growing up. Yeah, I said the same thing, to be honest. Republicans are dumb as dog shit. Undertaker sucks. Yeah, I mean, whatever, right? No longer a fan of the Undertaker. So you're always gonna get people who are just don't agree with your
And so
policies,
the
right? And I think again, I think that's totally fine, as mentioned. And again, like I don't agree with a lot of the politics, with a lot of people. But again, I'm not gonna hate them, shoot them. It's stupid. So I mean, this is great. I think this is really cool. I like the Undertaker a lot. Again, if I ever get a chance to meet, I would love to meet him. If I get a chance, so be really really cool. But anyways, I just wanted to mention this video, and I think it's great what Undertaker is. He has a really good point. At the end of the day, it's like you guys are still friends at the end of the day, right?